Pleasant good evening once again to all my fans all over the world. Welcome to the #1 YouTube channel. Welcome to the favorite YouTube channel. And as usual, you will have a word that will inspire, a word to motivate, and a word to educate. So as we continue the rhythm, as we continue the education in 2022, we are indeed pleased to be back again to deliver this word. As usual, we start off with a motivational word, and we remind you of our services, we do the presentation, and we give you a reminder as we end off the presentation. So today, I would like to quote Carl Jung, which those of you who are in the field of psychology will come across the name in psychology books. The Neo-Freudian psychologist Carl Jung spoke about the collective unconsciousness, made a very pertinent statement that I would just like to requote. So Carl Jung said, "Perfection belongs to the gods. We can only hope to achieve excellence." So let me repeat the statement of Carl Jung. Perfection belongs to the gods. We can only hope to achieve excellence. So I wanted to ponder deeply on that statement and recognize that excellence certainly should be the yardstick that guides you. And do not, confound yourself, confuse yourself with the question of perfection. So that statement lines up with the topic for today, which is that there is nothing less. Your motto should be nothing less than excellence. So that is the tagline we want you to carry on and be motivated by for 2022 and beyond. There is nothing less than excellence. But before we get into the presentation, we remind you that we are available, our company, Motivational Speaker International Limited, and yours truly, Imo Rameses Bakari, the psychologist and life coach, is ready and willing to offer you services to make you a better you, provide psychosocial support, provide motivation, and provide the skill set to help many cope with the challenges, the increased challenges brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. All you have to do is to call us at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. We also provide a number of workshops in areas such as leadership, entrepreneurship, anger management, communication skills, role of psychology in business, psychology in you, emotional intelligence in you, the fundamentals of public speaking, the fundamentals of psychology, and a host of other workshops. So as I said a while ago, just call us at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. We also remind you that we have started the project, the research projects dealing with the psychological impact on the retrenched pension workers in 2018 to now, and the economic impact. And as we said at the beginning of our presentations for 2022, we are moving full speed ahead to become the #1 channel, YouTube channel. To do that, your support, morally, socially, financially, is required. And we ask you, once you believe in what we are doing, once you want to see us grow and develop, once you want to support the research project and all the activities on the channel, we ask you to contribute as best as you can given the circumstances in which we live, but we know you will do your best, and you can do so via the YP link on the description page of this video. So we thank you in advance, and we know your support will be forthcoming. So I will begin the presentation, and as I said, the theme of the presentation, nothing less than excellence. So last week, the topic was becoming a champion. And if you take an extension from that topic in becoming a champion, If you have become a champion, if you are to maintain your championship status, well then excellence must be your guide. I repeat, if you have become a champion, if you are a champion, and if you are to maintain your championship status, then excellence should be your guide. That's why the topic for today is nothing less than excellence. Now, excellence must become a way of life. Excellence must be driven by a mental attitude and the physical activities that follow in support of that mental attitude. Alright? In other words, everything, in the area of marketing, we talk about branding, everything that you do will be an indication of excellence or probably ordinariness or mediocrity. Now, ordinariness and mediocrity are certainly not lofty ideas. So those are not yardsticks that you should be motivated by. But when you are putting your best foot forward, when you are being particular, because once we're talking about achieving excellence and nothing less than excellence, you must be deliberate, you must be particular, you must take time, and you must thoroughly investigate. In other words, thoroughness is very important. Understand the steps, pursue these steps to its minutest detail, and ensure that your outcome is one that will be beyond the ordinary. Alright? So be thorough, do your research, carefully examine the information, extract what is necessary, put your writing together if you are writing something, and ensure that there is coherence and there are proper conclusions that follow your thesis or position that you have taken in your writing. If we look at writing in terms of excellence, we all have to write, whether it's via email, whether it's via WhatsApp, whether it's via a formal letter, whether it's in an examination. And all forms of writing. Now, in the social media realm, many persons use shortcuts in their writing. And as an educator at the tertiary level, sad to say, I have seen students using shortcuts in their writing, which is totally the antithesis of excellence. Just imagine for Y or U, a student at a tertiary level will put the letter U. Alright? For THNKS, they will put TNKS. Now, why is that maybe acceptable among some in terms of texting and WhatsApping, etc.? I am saying if you're talking excellence, make it a habit to write properly, no matter what medium you are writing in. Right? Make it a habit to speak properly, no matter what the occasion is. So when you are writing, if you are to achieve excellence, first and foremost, you must have a clear mind. You must understand what you are to write about. You must have the knowledge. You must know how to apply the knowledge on paper. You must know how to express yourself. And to express yourself properly, there must be flow, there must be continuity, clear expression, there must be proper grammar, proper punctuation. Because under punctuation and over punctuation changes the meaning of what you are writing. Alright? Flowery language dilutes your writing. Alright? So there must be proper sentence construction, there must be proper spelling. Because many people have suffered the misfortune, sometimes they may apply, the application letter is filled, grammatical and spelling errors, and those applications normally go to the dustbin. If you are an employee and you are writing a report, a boss who believes in excellence certainly will not welcome a report filled with grammatical and spelling errors. So when you are writing, that is certainly a medium that will indicate if you stand for excellence or whether your writing is mediocre or ordinary. And if the tagline for 2022 is nothing less than excellence, but then if you have shortcomings in those areas, certainly you need to take steps so that you can step up to the plate and achieve excellence. In many other areas of life, whether you are a housewife, whether you're a laborer, whether you're an engineer, a doctor, a painter, excellence certainly should be the guideline. So you must be able to ascertain the facts, get the information, ascertain the facts. You need to dissect the information. You need to evaluate. And having done those things, then you can pontificate. All right? Then you can articulate. Then you can draw the necessary conclusions. Then you can take the necessary action so that you can achieve the desired outcome. So we're talking about excellence. And if you do these things consistently, then certainly, last week I said you can become a champion. Certainly you can become one. And certainly greatness will be within your grasp. Because you will be striving tirelessly in terms of making excellence a yardstick by which you are judged. Alright? So when you are speaking, just as in writing, you must be clear in thoughts, just as how you would organize an essay with an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Similarly, in your speaking, you must do similarly. You could also ensure that you keep your points to just a few points so that people will not be lost. Ensure that your language is clear and simple. Just as in writing, the simpler the writing is the clearer the writing. So too in speaking. When you are speaking, it's not just a matter of using words. It's about communicating with your audience. And in communicating with your audience, it's not just about having the knowledge, but articulating it in such a way where it is understandable. So you must be clear. People must be able to follow what you are saying. You must articulate with eloquence. You must demonstrate knowledge. And you must, of course, involve people in what you are saying. Make them part of the process. And certainly, they certainly could go along with you and conclude that you were excellent in your presentation. So whether it's writing, whether it's speaking, whether it's playing a football match, a cricket match, the motto we are advising is nothing less than excellence. So to achieve excellence, it will require hard work, it will require effort, it will require methods, it will require improvement in strategy. So whilst Kajong said that perfection belongs to the God and all that we can hope to achieve is excellence, it is certainly within our grasp. So I'd also like to quote another great man, Les Brown, world-renowned motivational speaker, and a man who has made his impact, a man who, many of you know the Les Brown story. At school, he was viewed as one not capable of learning, and a principal turned it around for him mentally, and that was the turning point where he, without a college degree, as many of you know, he had risen to the heights where he trains people all over the world, trains people in Fortune 500 companies. And he certainly has achieved excellence. I had the good fortune of hearing him live in Trinidad and Tobago at Cascadia Hotel in 2014. So I read about him and I heard him live. So one of his favorite statements was that there is nothing like perfection. And many people say that they strive for perfection. So Kajong said that perfection belongs to the gods and we can only go for excellence. And Les Brown is saying that there is nothing like perfection. And the perspective of Les Brown was that if you start talking about perfection, it means to say that probably you could lose focus, you could relax, and then you could slide from the heights of excellence back to mediocrity because you will feel, well, there is nothing more to achieve. So I am also saying, in support of what Les Brown said, that even though you have reached the heights of whatever you are doing, you could always find a better way and a better method. You follow? So you may get 100 out of 100 and somebody tell you could still do better. You could look at it from the point of view of an improvement in your methodology, right? And that is why in the area of research, it is ongoing because there is always a better way that can be found so that excellence can be maintained, and I will dare say even surpassed. All right? So excellence definitely is a critical yardstick that we should all be guided by. Because when we lose sight of excellence, the society suffers badly when mediocrity reigns. I would also like to cite another philosopher, Karl Popper. So Karl Popper, in terms of his perspective on science, he said that science must begin with a problem, and that if we talk in science, science must not prove anything. So you may say, what is Karl Popper saying? Karl Popper is saying that whatever theoretical position that you have arrived at, it must be, to be scientific, it must be stated in such a way where when new evidence is found, you can add to the theory or you can subtract from the theory. So you use the term that theory should be falsifiable, meaning you can add to it or you could subtract it. And the whole idea behind that is that as research is done and new evidence is found, improvements can be made. But when you prove and you say, all right, you have proven this, that's the end of the trust for excellence. So there must be no end in the trust for excellence, no matter the field you are involved in. Basketball, cricket, hockey, netball, lawn tennis, medicine, engineering. There cannot be any lag time in our pursuit for excellence. Whether you are a housemaker, you can find better ways in maintaining your home in terms of better maintenance, efficiency, and better outcomes. All right. So we need to think about excellence. We need to work on ourselves. Now, all of the presentations that I've done so far for 2022, they are all lined up in terms of the question of excellence. If you grow your talent, certainly you can achieve excellence. If you grow your talent to such an extent where you become a champion, excellence certainly will be the yardstick that you are guided by. So this message, I think, is quite clear. I think it is essential, right? Because sloppiness is not something that should be tolerated by no one. All right? People must not be given a blind in local parlance. People who has done poor work must not be excused. There must be no excuses for poor work. Right? The errors must be pointed out, and they must strive to improve and improve in such a way where excellence is the outcome. So, as I said in a previous presentation, failure is certainly part of success, and failure could certainly help you to achieve excellence. Because once you know where you have gone wrong, you're going to find the right method, you will find better methods to achieve an excellent outcome. So, we need more money, we need more resources in different ways, and how can we achieve all of those things? By being excellent in pursuit of what we are doing. There are also some spiritual aspects of excellence also. The question of being humble, the question of having an open mind, the question of learning through others. As the Egyptians said, as I mentioned a number of times in my presentation, there is something called the collective genius. And when you tap into the collective genius through the thoughts and experience of everyone involved in something, certainly excellence will always be the outcome. As we all know, the more you can involve people, you have more ideas, so you have a better opportunity to gain solutions rather than if you limit it to any so-called bright ones. We are all children of the king, we are children of the master, so certainly if we pull on all of the talents that exist within all of us, an excellent outcome is certainly possible. So I repeat to you as I end this presentation, there is nothing less than excellence. Is the guideline, is the tagline that I want you to hang on to, hold on to, and motivate yourself to achieve the excellence in your life that will lift you from where you now sit to the heights that you are destined to. So, let us strive daily. Let us strive in everything that we do to put our best foot forward. If we are presenting ourselves in terms of how we attire ourselves, let excellence shine through. If we are doing anything, if we are cleaning our shoes, if we are polishing our shoes, let excellence shine through. So, I think the message is clear. I know the message is clear. I know the message has resonated with you, and you will join the bandwagon, you will join the train onwards towards excellence. So as usual, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, invite your friends and family to subscribe to the channel, and remind you that we are moving full speed ahead to be the #1 YouTube channel. We are moving full speed ahead to produce research work, and we ask you to support us financially and otherwise. In terms of your financial contributions, you can make it via the YP link on the description page. So stay tuned for continuing presentations, and we'll be back again next week to do another one. We remind you of the services that we offer. We offer life coaching, we offer one-on-one consultations, and we offer a host of workshops in leadership, entrepreneurship, psychology, sociology, community development, public speaking, and a host of other areas. All you have to do is give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. Remember the line, there is nothing less than excellence that we'll be holding on to for 2022 and beyond. So thank you for listening, thank you for viewing, and we'll be back again with a bang next week with another presentation. Bye, and take good care of yourselves. Thank you.